Joining us now, Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff Mark Lamb out there cruising in the patrol, busting the bad guys. Mark, nice to see you. First and foremost, was it cool seeing Dr. Phil at the border?
Well, you know, Dr. Phil came out a couple months ago. He did a piece about the Smuggler's Highway, which is the I-10, what we deal with every day. So that was awesome, just to get that exposure on a national level.
Right.
And to have him back, it was so cool. I mean, this guy is such an American patriot, so intelligent, has such a big voice. And to have him coming down and telling the stories of the border, and now telling the story of the transition with the border czar, Tom Homan, what we're going to do as sheriffs. This was just, it was such a great visit yesterday, Dan. We were all very happy with how this turned out yesterday.
I bet. Talk to me about my friend Tom Pitbull Homan, as I affectionately call him. And I think he likes it because he chuckles when I call him that. This guy is going to clean things up with an iron fist, and I mean quick. He's already talking about, like, the next morning at midnight, 12:01 into the 21st of January, the deportations are going to begin. He's not monkeying around.
No, you know what I love about Tom is not on the payroll yet, as far as I know.
No.
And so what he's done is he's out there doing this on his own accord. And look, this is a sacrifice for him and his family, but this shows you how passionate he is about America.
Yep.
And you know what I loved yesterday is not only is he tougher than the $2 steak, this guy is also just passionate about the humanity side of what has to happen here.
Yes.
Look, none of us asked for this to happen. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris created a problem that now somebody has to fix. And I'm glad that a man like Tom Homan is willing to stand up and fill that gap. And I'm glad that men like Dr. Phil are willing to document this story.
Now, you just brought up a great point, because I think a lot on the left like to paint Tom as some evil, mean guy. He's going to separate families and throw out good, honest asylum seekers and da-da-da. First of all, they never listen to the words coming out of the man's mouth, because he talks about how bad it's been under the Biden regime, losing 3 to more like 400, maybe 500,000 children, right? He talks about the fentanyl deaths that are created because of the wide open border, and China giving all the fentanyl to the Mexican cartel for pennies on the dollar so they can just ship it up here and kill our American citizenry. Like, Tom cares, right? He knows what's happening to the people on the way here, getting raped, getting robbed, getting beaten, getting killed. He knows that shutting it down actually will stop a lot of that human suffering. You see it too, Sheriff, you know.
That's exactly right. And, you know, Dr. Phil asked Tom, he said, hey, what does this mean to you? What do you feel? And, you know, Tom, you could see, was getting emotional, because he's not only does he know the stories, he's lived them. He talked about finding a container load. I think it was 19 people in there that were dead, and including a child with Batman underwear on. You know, we had something similar. We had a guy park a U-Haul trailer in the middle of the summer at one of our truck stops. By the time we found that it was full of people, and I think it was 20 plus people, by the time we found that that truck was there, they were all dead.
Oh my God.
And so until these people in Washington, D.C. have actually seen with their own two eyes and used their own two hands to clean up the mess that an open border policy creates, you can't truly connect. Tom, I think that this is the right man for the job, because he's got the emotional, the humanity piece, like I said, but he's also got the toughness to withstand the pressure that these leftist socialists are going to put on him, because we're going to have to disrupt the apple cart. We're going to flip over the apple cart over the next few years. And Tom is going to lead the way, especially when it comes to the border. And I love that he's running. President Trump has a mandate from the American people, and he's taking it, and we're taking that serious here in America.
Yeah, I do remember that story you're talking about. I believe that was when Tom was working maybe either under Bush or Obama, because he's been under 4 different presidents for, 30 years of service. And they came upon that semi truck, and there was all those dead people in there and dead little boys and girls, and it just really struck him. And he doesn't want that to happen anymore. And it's happening, and has been happening for 4 solid years, when you allow the border to be wide open, because everybody takes advantage, whether it's the cartel, the NGOs, our own government. People are taking advantage of the open border. It's actually safer for everyone involved to have a secure border. So I want to transition now and talk about the sheriffs. Your job. President Trump just tweeted an article the other day. I think we have the headline talking about sheriffs are going to be like the first line of defense here to get into the neighborhoods, to find out where the illegals, especially the ones with the criminal records, are, so we can get them out first. There it is, right there. It says local sheriffs gearing up to help Trump carry out mass deportations. Trump knows he's going to have to lean on you sheriffs. You ready for it, Mark?
We're absolutely ready. And that was one of the things that Tom did yesterday. He met with several of us sheriffs. We had a video call with several other sheriffs from the National Sheriff's Association, nationwide organization. We know our communities. We know where criminals are, what people don't belong there. We know these things, and they need the help of the local sheriffs and local law enforcement. This is a message to all those law enforcement. Please don't stand in the way, because we've got to protect our communities.
Yes.
And I love that Tom is already getting out and doing the task that President Trump has assigned him and asked him to do. And look, in 4 years, this administration didn't bother meeting with any sheriffs. Very different from the first, Trump's administration. Now, we haven't even gotten into the start of this administration, and we already have a seat at the table with the border czar again. So, look, I think we're very happy. We're very optimistic, and we're eager to help in this mission.
By the way, I just want to point out how pathetic that is, folks. Listen to what Sheriff Lamb just said. This regime did not meet with the National Sheriff's Association sheriffs like most presidents do at least one time, maybe once a year, but not even one time in 4 years did Biden or Harris talk with local sheriffs. That's freaking pathetic. Couple seconds left, Mark. Here's my question to you. If you get a phone call today or tomorrow or next week from the Trump administration and they offer you something, you ready to go?
Absolutely. It would be an honor. And look, I'm not vying for any positions, but if they need help, I'm here. I'm a patriot. I think I bring a lot of skill set. Marshals, DEA, look, whatever they could use help with, I'm here to help. We got a lot of work to do, and I don't want to be out of the fight.
Awesome. Love it. Pinal County, Arizona Sheriff, and our friend, Mark Lamb. God bless you, brother. Watch your six and stay safe out there.
God bless you too.
Yep.